My girlfriend used me to build her social connections and called me her temporary option. So I walked out, cut her off, and watched her world fall apart. I've been dating Anna for 2 years. I thought we were serious. At least, that's what she made me believe. We'd been talking about moving in together, splitting rent, and even doing some light planning about our future. She always said she loved how stable I was, how I had my life together, and how we made a good team. I really thought we were building something. The truth, though, was something else entirely. Last weekend, I found out she'd been calling me her temporary backup plan to her friends. It wasn't even said as a joke. It was just a fact to her, something she felt fine sharing with her inner circle while keeping me completely in the dark. When I walked into that brunch, I didn't realize I was about to become the punchline of a joke that had been running for months. But before I get to that, I need to tell you about all the other crap I let slide before this blew up in my face. Looking back, the signs were all there. I just ignored them. Anna had this habit of treating me, and everything in my life, like it was hers. Take my apartment, for example. I moved into a nice 1-bedroom a year before we started dating. It wasn't huge, but I'd worked hard to make it my own. Anna, though, treated it like her personal showroom. She'd invite her friends over without asking, give them tours, and even start rearranging my furniture while I was at work. Once, I came home to find her moving my coffee table and saying, "Your living room doesn't flow. We need to fix this." I told her flat out to stop, but she just rolled her eyes and said, "You're so possessive about this place." I'm trying to help. She was always like that, making everything sound like she was doing me a favor when really, she just wanted control. Another time, she came with me to my company holiday party. I thought it'd be a nice chance for her to meet my co-workers and see a little more of my world. Instead, she spent the whole night talking to my boss. She didn't even try to hide the fact that she was networking. At one point, she told him, "If you ever need someone to brainstorm new ideas with, I'm your girl." She barely acknowledged me the whole night. When I brought it up later, she laughed and said, "Relax, I was making you look good. That wasn't even the worst of it. I've always loved photography. It's my way of relaxing. Every weekend, I'd grab my camera, go hiking, and spend hours taking photos." Anna hated it. She'd always complain about me spending too much time running around in the woods. One day, she borrowed my laptop to check her email. When she gave it back, I found out she'd accidentally deleted a folder of my edited photos. I was furious, but she just shrugged and said, "It's not like they were that important." I don't know why I stayed after all that. Maybe I thought those were normal bumps in a relationship. Or maybe I just didn't want to admit that the woman I thought I loved wasn't who I thought she was. Whatever the reason, I stayed. And then came the brunch. Anna invited me to brunch with her friends. This wasn't new. We'd done it a few times before. Her friends were fine, I guess. They were a little cliquey and had that gossipy energy, but I didn't mind too much. I always got the sense that they didn't really see me as one of them, but Anna swore they liked me. So I went. The second I sat down, I knew something was off. They were all whispering and giggling like they had some big secret. I tried to ignore it, but it was impossible. They kept shooting glances at me and then laughing under their breath. I leaned over to Anna and asked, "What's going on?" She smiled and said, "Nothing, babe. They're just being silly." About halfway through the meal, one of her friends, Megan, finally said something. "So, Anna," she started smirking. "When are you going to tell him?" Anna froze. "Not now," she said quickly, her voice low. That immediately got my attention. I looked between them and asked, "Tell me what?" Anna forced a laugh and waved her hand. "It's nothing. Megan's just being dramatic." But Megan wasn't letting it go. "Oh, come on, Anna. He deserves to know. You've been calling him your backup plan for months. It's not like it's some big secret." My head snapped to Anna. What the hell is she talking about? I asked. Anna shot Megan a glare. "Shut up, Megan." Megan just laughed. "Don't get mad at me. You're the one who called him your placeholder. We've all heard it. Don't act like it's not true." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. "Anna," I said again. She finally looked at me and said, "It's not like that. Megan's exaggerating." But Megan wasn't done. "Oh, please. You literally said you're just with him because he's stable and treats you well. But he's not the one. You called him your backup plan until someone better comes along. Those were your exact words." Anna's other friends started chiming in, confirming what Megan had said. They were all laughing about it like it was some inside joke. I turned back to Anna. You've been telling your friends that I'm just a backup plan? Is that seriously what you think of me? Anna looked uncomfortable. It was just girl talk. You're taking it too seriously. Too seriously? I said, my voice rising. You told them I'm not good enough for you, but you're using me because I'm convenient. How the hell am I supposed to take that? She crossed her arms and said, this is exactly why I didn't want to tell you. You're overreacting. I stood up, grabbing my jacket. You know what? I'm done. You can explain this to your friends. I'm out. I walked out without another word. I didn't care if I made a scene or what her friends thought of me. I just knew I couldn't sit there for another second while they all laughed at my expense. When I got home, my phone started blowing up. Anna was calling and texting nonstop. At first, she tried to apologize, saying it was all a misunderstanding and Megan was exaggerating. Babe, you know Megan, she said in one voicemail. She twists everything. Don't let her ruin what we have. When I didn't respond, her tone shifted. She started accusing me of overreacting. You're really going to throw away 2 years over a stupid joke? That's so immature. I ignored her. I needed space to think, and I wasn't in the mood for her excuses. But she didn't stop. She started reaching out to mutual friends, trying to get them to talk to me. Lisa, one of our mutual friends, called me to say, Anna's a mess. She said she didn't mean what she said, and that you're taking it all wrong. Maybe you should hear her out. I told Lisa exactly what happened. I didn't hold back. By the end of the call, Lisa was quiet. Wow, she finally said. I didn't realize it was that bad. I'm sorry. I won't get involved again. A few days later, I found out Anna was spreading lies about why we broke up. She told people I was jealous and insecure about her friendships with other guys. She even hinted that I had anger issues, which couldn't be further from the truth. It was infuriating, but I didn't take the bait. Instead, I let the facts speak for themselves. I showed some of our mutual friends the texts and voicemails she'd sent me after the brunch. That was all they needed to see. Around this time, more of her entitlement started coming to light. For example, she tried to use Lisa's birthday party as an excuse to ambush me. Lisa invited us both, saying Anna had asked her to. When I declined, Anna showed up at my apartment unannounced, banging on the door and demanding to talk. You're being so childish, she yelled through the door. You're ruining Lisa's birthday because you're too stubborn to have a conversation with me. I opened the door just enough to look at her and said, you don't get to decide how I heal from what you did. Showing up here without my permission just proves you still don't respect my boundaries. Then I shut the door in her face. After that, I cut off all contact. I blocked her number, her email, and even her social media accounts. I didn't want her anywhere near my life. But even that wasn't the end. She started telling people she'd been the reason for my success at work. I pushed him to work harder, she told one mutual friend. I helped him prep for his interviews. He wouldn't be where he is without me. When I heard about that, I couldn't help but laugh. I'd been working my ass off long before I met Anna. She didn't even understand what I did for a living, let alone help me with it. I didn't bother confronting her, though. By this point, I was done wasting my energy on her lies. The last I heard, Anna's own friends started turning on her. Apparently, Megan and the others were getting tired of her manipulative behavior. They told me she had a pattern of using people, not just me. They said she treated them like backup plans, too, only calling them when she needed something and ignoring them the rest of the time. It's been a few months since everything went down, and I'm finally starting to feel like myself again. I've been spending more time with friends who actually care about me and getting back into my photography. It's been a slow process, but I'm in a much better place now. Looking back, I can't believe how much crap I put up with. Anna's entitlement was always there. I just didn't want to see it. She treated me like a tool to be used, not a partner. But the thing is, I let her. I ignored the red flags and made excuses for her behavior because I didn't want to admit the truth. If I've learned anything from this, it's that you can't force someone to respect you. And if they don't, you have to walk away. It doesn't matter how much time you've invested in the relationship. You deserve better than being someone's